Good day, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Le'Rez Studio today. I am really excited to present to you what I created with this American shaped MDF board. I have a lot of American friends, and I had this board cut out for me, and I thought I might just use some colors that are presented in the American flag, which are the blues, the reds, and the white. So I'm just painting just a bit of a guideline for myself, just with acrylic paints. I have primed the background, actually not the foreground, the back of the actual board, with some PVA glue, and also went around the edges with some liquid latex, just to help me get rid of some of the drips afterwards. So gosh, lots of things going on there. I have some gems, I have some shells, black and brown shells, some tourmaline, black tourmaline shells. I have some acrylic bubbles, which I had dyed with some red Shiraz liquid tint. And now I've just got some filler. You can get this at any hardware shop. I've just got the filler powder, and I've mixed it in with a lot of PVA glue. I've put a lot of PVA glue because I didn't want any crumbling to happen. I just wanted it to stay put when I put it in on my board, and I'm just applying it on the edges here. And while it's still wet, I'm going to, I didn't say that I've added some tint just to color it a little bit, and now just adding some gems and some of that crushed black brown shell, just to give me that outline. And you're probably anticipating that this is going to turn into a bit of a geode, a bit of a out there wild, shimmery, shiny, glistening geode. Yep, I agree. That's exactly what's going to happen. So I'm just mixing some white satin powder pigment here, and some angel white, just a little smidgen, some satin blue epoxy paste, and some sassy red epoxy paste as well. So applying some of that blue down first, and I'm just going around. I'm just really winging it here right now. All of that that filler paste had dried up, and it's nice and solid, so that is good. And it's all of the shells and the gems are nicely glued into it, so that's a good thing. So going around with that sassy red, and if you want a really good red paste, you can't go past the sassy red Le'Rez epoxy paste, because it stays true to itself, and I just love it. It's great. So just going around a little bit. I got a bit of a smudge there, so I'm just trying to fix it up a little bit, add some more red to it. It all adds to character, I think. That's just my humble opinion. These things happen sometimes, and you just have to go with it. So not making it exactly like a geode. The colors are a bit wrong for the geode, so but it's geode inspired. I have to say that, just to not offend some people out there. So I've got some of that white satin and some of that angel white mix in a syringe. That was not easy to apply, because it was just so thick, and it was so hard to control the syringe, but anyway, it was manageable. So just going around really wherever I'm feeling that it needs some whiteness. Where, you know, this I've sped this up by about 8-fold. So I just wanted, you know, it's just a simple thing that I did, and it takes so long. It took me 4 days to complete this piece, so I just wanted to make sure that I have it nicely sped up, and then do an audio for you guys so that you can see and hear what I'm doing. A little bit of heat gun there, and wow, yeah, this effect is amazeballs. I'm just sort of stroking that white across, and it really works. Like, it's a really good effect that it creates. And I saw it because, of course, every time I do a piece, I do a little bit of research on Google. Dr. Google always helps. So I saw these real geodes, and they had this amazing effect with the white and sort of like a creamy effect, like a stripy effect through it. So I tried to recreate that, and I think I did a pretty good job of it, just very easily and simply, just by doing those stripes. And whatever was left underneath there, whatever the color was underneath there, kind of shows through. So just collecting some gems now, some of my acrylic beads that I have here, which I had jazzed up a little bit with some blue liquid tint and some blue diamond glitz and glam shimmery pigment, just to give it that shimmer, and just applying that here and there. And then shortly I'm going to do the red. It's the same thing with my acrylic beads. I had dyed them, and I've popped in some Stardust glitz and glam pigment, which is like it's like a powdery pigment, which is kind of really shimmery, and it flies everywhere, so you've got to be careful how you apply it, and you don't want to breathe that stuff in, I'll tell you that right now. So just going around and touching things up just a little bit. Oh yes, adding some German crushed glass, because I really like the reflection with the light. You know, when you shine a light onto German crushed glass, you can really get that beautiful shimmer. So that's what I was doing, and just going around now with a little bit of white, just around, creating a little bit of form and shape. And you know, I know it doesn't look like much now, but you just wait. I mean, it is going to be amazeballs, and I don't normally do things like this, but I was really inspired. Like I said, I have a lot of American friends that I've had for many years. My best friend is American, and I was really inspired. And 4th of July is coming up soon. I know, that's a month or so. June, July, or a couple of months or so. So, or a few months or so. Oh God, okay, I'm way ahead of myself. But anyway, I was inspired. So there you go. Don't judge me. Oh geez, what am I doing here? Okay, so some of the the effects that I got on the left hand side there, if you can see, there's a really interesting pulling effect there from just by applying those little acrylic bubbles, and the resin just pulled it and created these lines. It looks really organic and really special kind of. So I'm just adding some more blue because I'm feeling it needs a little bit more darkness, needs a darker pigment in there, and going around with some more of that awesome satin blue, which is a cobalt blue in artists' terms, and just going around with some crushed mirror now. I am adding so much glitz into this piece. It is so not me, but I really loved it in the end. So you just wait and see. Adding some more black crushed glass just for a bit of contrast, and it adds a really nice shade, which is what I wanted. And it's like it all makes sense now watching it on the video and doing this audio for you guys, because like while you're doing okay, so here we go. I have got my pens ready. I've got my Posca pens and some of my marker pens. Some of them are acrylic, some of them are metallic. So I'm just going around and creating some lines and wiping as I go, because some of them don't look right. So this was fun to do. Really, really fun. I made sure that I cleaned the board, and it's pretty scratchy because of all that glitter and the gems and everything. So you know, I just was taking care with how I was applying these. I'm actually even putting some charcoal black around there. So I've got a blue pen, a charcoal black, I've got a silver metallic pen, I've got the gold, but I did not use the gold. I thought the gold was a bit too much for this piece. I mean, really? Could I even? Yeah, but anyway, I ditched that. And I've got a lighter blue. And the white, of course. So I was just going around and round and round and round. And, yeah, it was so much fun doing this. It's, you know, every time I do something. So, and this was absolutely something different for me. But I decided I needed to see how some more gems would look if I put them there. So anyway, I've got some UV resin. You can get it in my shop if you want some. So then I decided to just go with some a more crushed mirror on top of that UV resin, and I'm just using my UV torch, obviously, to seal it all in, just so it's not moving. And now deciding where I'm going to put my dragonfly. So I decided to put it there. And now that I have applied my resin all over the place, just to cover everything and make it nice and smooth and lovely, I am touching up the edges and trying to stop any excess sort of spillage. But I'm really pleased with it at the moment. It looks so good. Bit of torching, of course, just to bust the bubbles, and just making sure that I've got everything covered, and you know, making sure that I take out any fluff or anything like that that's left on there. And that is it. And have a look at it. Isn't it lovely? So here she is, all finished, and I just wanted to show you a close-up of my dragonfly. So all those little diamantes that you can see there ended up going on there, weren't planned, but because I poured a really thick resin that was starting to set into my mold, there was lots of air pockets in there. So that's why when I unmolded this dragonfly, I had lots of holes. So I just decided to put some diamantes in there. And that worked great. Just adds to character, I think. And you can see all the little bubbly effects that I get here with that satin white. I always get that. Just reacts with a paste. So anyway, it's not overly shimmery, which is great. And let me know what you think. Let me know. Bye for now.